We've said a million times, you have to have change, right? Changes. And we've told you before that higher vibrational experiences are exponentially more powerful than lower vibrational experiences. And this is where that basic law or principle of energetics really makes a difference. Because you have a whole bunch of people, 50 million voters, who knows how many other folks who didn't choose to vote or couldn't vote, are behind the idea of, I'd like to see it be different now, please. And I'm willing to participate in the change process. This is an unheard of set of circumstances. Because in the past, even as the light workers pushed for change, they couldn't get that much change because the old guard energetic was still hovering like a cloud hovering over your country. Now the big wind has come and has brought in an opening, a new opportunity, a choice for change. And as the old energetic crumbles away and the new energetic starts to establish itself, it's extremely vital that, especially as light workers, you keep in mind the exponentially more powerful or transformational ability that high vibrational action has. So as you feed the system with your high vibration, you're not pushing against a wall anymore. You're flowing. It's like you're all rowing in the same direction now. Instead of kind of rowing to keep your place in the stream, you're actually rowing with everyone else in movement toward transformation. And of course, if we look at it from a, take a couple steps back perspective, with 2012 knocking on your door, something had to give, folks. You can't go from where you were a week ago to 2012 and the promise of 2012 like that. That's just not how it works. It's not the point of how it works here. Because how it works here is that movement through growth, not instantaneous change. Now, instantaneous change is possible, but not in this way, of course. What we mean is movement through growth is the soul's journey as a Homo Sapiens moving into Homo Spiritus. So it makes sense that we have this little run-up to 2012 beginning yesterday. And you're in it now. Today is the first day of the run-up to 2012. The energy has transformed and shifted and moved into a completely new category, just like it did when you let go of the rope. But now the energy is this sort of rowing the boat energy, maybe we'll call it. We'll probably come up with something else, but for now let's stick with rowing the boat. Now your idea is, I'm putting my paddle in the water. And I'm rowing in the direction I've always been rowing. But now I'm conscious that each choice I make is facilitating the movement to ascension, because I'm not alone in the journey. And it doesn't matter if someone has the same religious beliefs as you, or even political beliefs as you. The energetic that's available for you to participate in, or what we're calling the boat, is open to black, brown, green, blue, Republican, Democrat, independent, whatever you want to call yourself. The boat is at the dock. And this isn't holding the rope. This isn't taking responsibility for other people or being a victim of other people's choices. It's nothing going backwards. What it's saying is that a part of me is part of this group of people committed to not only my transformation, but the transformation of the global energetic that is started by the transformation of the American energetic. And as I make the choice to have my consciousness infused into the boat that's being rowed by all of us, I am collaborating with the opportunity to infuse high vibrational energetics into my society and thus my world. And what it's showing is by my leadership, by my clarity in the experience, I am showing energetically how the boat is rowed. The actual act of I am conscious as I'm rowing the boat is the leadership that the light workers have been looking for that place to step into. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean your life changes in one little bit, other than your consciousness is infused in knowing the boat is being rowed. And are you contributing? And if you're contributing to the boat being rowed, it means that you have within yourself the knowing that we're moving along the ascension path and that the energetics have shifted to facilitate that. Instead of standing still and working just to stand still, you're actually moving through and focused on the transformational act of ascension now. It's actually going. You're in the boat and the boat is being rowed. And your choice as light workers is to be leaders in the boat by infusing your actions with consciousness and knowing that when you hear the news, when you hear these things come down on the internet, when the newspaper hits the step and it says things about the economy or about the wars or about the health system, what is your oar going to do about those? How are you going to take your next paddle stroke? You are going to choose how that boat moves from now on by the intentional, consciousness-driven effect you have upon the opportunity that's laying before you to infuse not only your life with consciousness, but the ascension process with consciousness and be a leader in that effect. Because let's just take, for example, you have all these folks who voted for the first time this time, or maybe it's the first time they felt passionate about a campaign or a candidacy in a long time, something like this. That is an example of the transformational time you're living in. You're living transformationally, period. But the job isn't done just because a man of color is your president-elect. The job is just starting for you to continue to run transformational energy through your system at all times. Not changing the world, but changing within you the reactions, changing the level of consciousness that you're able to infuse, and recognizing that that effect you have is transforming people who, like those millions of brand new voters, are brand new to the idea that life can be anything other than it's already been. They're open to a new idea that's remarkably revolutionary. This is a revolution, but it's an energetic revolution. When you hear them chanting, yes, we can, that's not just, yes, we can because Barack Obama says. That's yes, we can because their souls are screaming for an opportunity to experience growth. Yes, we can. When you hear that, because you're going to hear it forever now, when you hear it, add on, yes, we can experience growth. Yes, we can live high vibrationally. Yes, we can infuse the society with consciousness. Yes, we can be leaders by simply taking a breath. Yes, you can. And yes, you are, because you're committed to it by your very presence in this room. You know you want to serve, and you let go of the rope, thank goodness, because that was the old energetic of serving. And now you have the opportunity to serve without even leaving your house. Just by taking a deep breath and saying, that's right. I'm in the boat, and I'm paddling, and I'm using consciousness as my paddle. And every time I'm conscious, I'm moving the ascension process. That's the boat, the ascension process. You, consciousness is the paddle. And the river is the spiritual journey.